Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey, tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen?
Yes.
You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the So What You Think channel. I'm Miss Jen. I'm your girl, the gatekeeper in chief over here, and this is the Beyond the Gates daily live recap and review. You've watched the others, now come over here and hang with us, and let's be a whole hangout crew together. This is a community where we come together to talk about it. I recap it, but then I want to hear what you think too. So watch the other ones and then come on over here and hang out and let's talk about it. To all my gatekeepers in the live chat, welcome in, and a special shout out to our amazing moderators. Let's say hello to them. Hello, moderators. Wait, hold on. Where's the thing at? There it is. I tell you, keep moving my stuff around. Hello, moderators. Alrighty, y'all. Let me see. I get back to my notes here. To my replay gang, I see you too. If you're catching it later, please don't forget to leave your thoughts down in the comments because I love reading what y'all have to say. Baby Rhonda reread y'all the right act over here yesterday. She did. She was like, y'all thought because I wasn't in here for that live that I wasn't coming in here to get y'all. And I'm going to read the comments because I told y'all we're going to have both sides of the story. And she wants y'all to know how she had felt about what y'all had sat up there and said about Cass. She didn't appreciate none of that. I ain't even gonna wait till Friday. Because everybody got a right to stand up for their character the way I stand up for Bill. Okay? And Rhonda Reed says she ain't playing with y'all, and I'm gonna read a comment for y'all. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget to read that comment for y'all, because she ain't playing with none of us. Okay? She ain't playing with y'all. She ain't playing with y'all. Anyway, if you're listening later, leave your comments. I love reading what you all have to say later on. Sometimes I have a problem responding because you two do not be wanting me to be great, child. I be trying to respond and then the comments disappear. Then I have to wait and try to catch it later. It's real crazy, but but I get to them. Don't worry. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I hope you pull up a chair, join the conversation, and become a part of the Gatekeeper family. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the stream if you're enjoying the content and the community. As always, before we get started, let's take a look in this mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the cutest gatekeeper of them all? Let me see.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. Give me a second. Let me just scroll up. First of all, there was me saying hello, everybody, and welcome in. And Jasmine Williams was here first, and she said, "Hey, y'all." Miss B, who is me, says, "Hey." And Linda Bain says, "Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today?" We're doing good, Linda. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing good, you and Jasmine. Linda Bias, cousin Linda says, "Greetings and salutation, gatekeepers. Greetings to you too as well." Belinda Hill is checking in and says, "Good evening, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and Mod Squad. Happy hump day. Remember to hit the like button on your way in." Bernice Rankin says, "Good evening, Miss Jen, mods, and to the gatekeepers. Good evening to you." Scarlet Speedster 68 says, "Good evening, Miss Jen, mod squad and gatekeepers." Also, there is Myrtle Tister who says, "Hello, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, and to the mods. Hello to you too, Miss Myrtle." And Linda says, greetings to all those tuned in from the trees, hiding in the hedges, buried in the weeds. You said buried in the bushes. Okay, and she says, gazing from the grass. And Venice wants you guys to know that she did hit the like button, which you wait now. Okay. Coretta JV5 says, good evening, Miss Jen, Mods, Gatekeepers. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you too as well. And thank you for that. You said, hi, I'm doing, girl, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. I just be just blushing. Okay, Linda Bain says, I hit the like button on the way in. Can't wait for the recap. Didn't see it today. Oh, you missed a good little something. Ted and Leslie got into it. Vanessa and Leslie got into it. Cat got mad about Eva again. It was good. It was a good little one too. Lightning Storm says, good evening, Gatekeepers. Good evening to you too. Lightning Storm Be on Purpose says, hey, y'all. Hey. And Jabez is in the house and says, good evening, Gatekeepers. Hi, Gatekeepers. I'm coming out of the bushes tonight. All right, come on out the bushes. Come on out of the bushes, Jabez. Jabez, you come on out of there. Come on out of there. Is this our regular Jabez that's been here off and on? Because if this is a new one, we have to give you your welcome. Okay, Linda Bain, that's Belinda talking to her. Okay, hold on. Coretta JV5 is speaking to somebody else. Hold on. Linda says, greetings too. Okay, Jasmine says, I think even if Eva had expired during surgery, that Cat with Kingdom would still find a way to make it her fault. That's all right. Because Rhonda Reed had a response for her cat, and I'm going to read it for her because she wasn't here to defend her girl. And I'm going to read her comment because she's sick of you. Okay? And she got they got her, the other side has a right to get they 1, 2 in too. They do. Hey Jabez, welcome and welcome to the ARG and Lightning Storms. Do we really argue like that? We don't. We cute with our arguing. We are. Yeah. Okay, let's see who else is in here. Be on purpose. It said, come on out. Don't be shy. We don't bite unless you ask real nice. Jasmine says. Jazz, put your hand up here. I'm going to give you a little spanking on your hand. Okay, now, before we get started, I guess I'm going to just go on in here and give y'all Rhonda Reed's 1, 2. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Because she's sick of y'all over here with this boo. Okay? She wasn't over here to defend her cat, and she left a little message for you. So I'm going to read it for y'all. Hold on. I got to find it. Oh, this is yesterday. Here we go. And don't be coming for Rhonda just because she's standing up for her character. She got a right to talk her talk, too. Walk her walk and talk her talk. Okay, hold on. 17 comments. See, I don't even get to see all this. See? I had to come in my other box. Okay. Okay, we're going to come back to that. Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody new. Team Cat. Melissa Santiago says that she is Team Cat. See, don't y'all be sitting up thinking people ain't representing for their people. Oh, I ain't know Elaine came here. Elaine said, hey, replay game. The idea that you all think Kat is jealous instead of mad about Leslie and Eva, about what Leslie and Eva did, and the people in her life just acted like nothing happened almost immediately after all was revealed is crazy to me. I mean, Ted was mad at Eva for 2 days, and then he paid for her hotel and took her to the country club. Martin and Eva over at his house 2 weeks after the anniversary. Nicole was rude for 1 day after Eva came to pick up her stuff. Kat has a grudge for what they did. She is not jealous, but she does think that they got away with destroying the Hamiltons' marriage and publicly humiliating Nicole. This is not jealousy, but standing on her principles. But most of you likely are kind people who forgive people immediately and turn the other cheek. Not me and not Kat. Hold on, let me give Elaine some applause for her girl. She stood up for her girl. Go ahead. Okay, now let me see who else, because y'all, they can't, I'm saying they can't. I didn't get to see all these comments. I'm just seeing these. Okay, let's see who else left y'all a little message. All right, hold on. Okay, Rhonda Reed said to let y'all know. Replay gang. I'm sick of y'all acting like Eva ain't done nothing wrong. Baby, you know what, Rhonda? You should have wrote this in all caps, baby. Rhonda, you should have wrote this in all caps, girl. I could see Rhonda typing with smoke on this keyboard. But anyway, Rhonda said, replay gang, I'm sick of y'all acting like Eva ain't done nothing wrong. Stay sick of me and stay sick until you meet Jesus. I will never take my foot off your neck if you hurt my mother. Everybody on the show gets to say and do what they want, but it's a problem when Kat does it. Chelsea and Naomi, good when they shine on Haley, Nicole, and Danny on Leslie. Anita on Anastasia, Dina to her mom, and y'all okay with all that. But oh no, Kat better not when it comes to Eva. The way Kat's entire family, along with Isaiah, bullied Kat about saving Eva's life, y'all can can kick rocks. You tied to my enemy, so get what you get. Funny how folks never answer the question that so many of us have posed. Y'all kumbaya with folks that did what Leslie and Eva did? You know what? Stand up for your girl, Rhonda Reed. Stand up for your girl. Okay, let me see if anybody else got some messages down here for y'all. See, they ain't taking this stuff sat down. Y'all sitting up here talking all this smickety smack. Uh-oh, somebody had responded, but that ain't my business. I'm only gonna get on the business of giving y'all these here messages y'all need to be getting. Okay, the cat club. This is all about what the cat people got to say right now. Okay, anybody else? I think that was it. It says 17 comments, but I don't know if I'm missing something here. Let me try clicking this way again. Okay, but anyway, that's enough. That's enough for y'all to digest right there. Elaine and Rhonda Reed ain't playing with y'all. Get up off they girl. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna give y'all this for them because I know it's what they want y'all to have. To all of you people riding for Eva. When you don't see the evil that she doing to Cat, here you go. Out! Out! And they meant what they said. Okay. All right, with that, let me see if anybody else check in before I get into what happened today. Lightning Storm says, these characters are too clean and good. We need drama. They need dirt on them and damage done. True. Jabez says, this is the regular Jabez, Miss Jen. Hey, Linda and Lightning Storm. Be on Purpose says, they are both wrong. My baby coming soon. Come on, Lynette. Come on, Lynette. Come on home, Lynette. Okay. Be on Purpose. I think Lynette will make a big return. I think it will be. I just hope they do it right where everybody's mouth just fall down. I hope they do it right in a space where we wasn't expecting that to be her to come in and be the one. I just need it to be just like boom, you know. Ooh, I hope they did it right. Be on Purpose. Let's keep hope alive for your Lynette. That's right. Up with hope. Eva and Iz showed up at Uptown for a night out, and Delusional Cat had the unmitigated nerve to say that she had some kind of radar that tells her she knows where she is. And Linda said that part. Jabez says, Cat is a brat. I'm riding for Eva at dawn. Ooh. Be on Purpose says, I agree with Rhonda Reed, but I also am tired of Kat being insulting everyone. Eva shows up to every time, maybe you're saying every time Eva shows up to an event, enjoy the journey. Coretta, you are so right about Snarky Cat. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Well, now that we are done arguing about it, I'm sorry. Now that we have finished arguing about yesterday, I almost said arguing. And you know we don't argue, we argue. Now that we're done arguing about Kat and Eva from yesterday's show, let's unlock these gates and see what had happened was today on Beyond the Gates. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Well, okay, let me get rid of that now off of my screen. All right, you guys. Now, I'm going to play some portions of this because there's certain things that happen because I really like to stick to what happened, what actually was said. And sometimes I know when I'm writing things, I thought I heard a word that I didn't. And there's some sections because I like to just get that part right that I go back and I listen to. So copyright disclaimer, portions of this broadcast may include copyrighted material for the purpose of commentary, criticism, review, and discussion. But under the section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, and scholarship, education, and research. And we definitely do all the research that we can on this show because we're trying to gain our PhD in dupreology. So I do not claim ownership of any copyrighted audio or video during this broadcast. Now let's get behind these gates and see what had happened was. Okay. All right, everybody, get your teacups up. First of all, the show opens with the girls still over at Uptown talking. That's Naomi, Chelsea, and Kat. Everything has settled down now and they're through fighting. See, Kat don't fight long. She just be needing a little attention, then she done with it. It ain't like she just carried on and on and on and on. Unless it's Eva. Then it's up and stuck. Okay, but anyway. Ashley comes in with Grayson, and everybody notices how happy the two of them look as they over there kissing and can on the couch. Like, I love you. No, you. Okay, and all that. So the conversation turns to Kat and Tomas. And they're like, so y'all on a break? She was like, we are not on a break. We are still together. He just over in Puerto Rico taking care of some business and spending time with his family. He'll be back. Or will he? Or will he, girl? Cause we don't know all that yet. The jury's still out on that. I will believe he back when we see him come back. Anyway, she's like, and while he gone, I'm gonna spend time, doing this and that, and then decorating and all that, blah 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 blah. Okay, now, we head over to Martin's, and I'm sorry, not to Martin. We head over to the Dupree's house where Martin has showed up to visit his grandparents. And Anita was first gone, but she came in like almost right away. She just finished up her chemo session, and she's ready to boogie woogie. Okay. She ready to boogie woogie. She ain't said that yet, but she was ready to get her boogie on. Over at Eva's house, Iz and her are spending some time. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to this. So Anita walked out for a minute, and so for a second, I missed this part. Vernon said something about that job that he's got over there at the university, college, or whatever it is over there. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to enjoy it." They said somebody's name again, and I was like, "I know I'm supposed to know who he talking about." I missed that part. Hold on, let's go find out because I got it queued up. Hold on. I want to know. I know you want to know. If I want to know, I know you want to know. Hold on. Okay, let's just go right past this part. Okay, now let's see. Hold on, my Bluetooth is on. Let me turn you off, please. Oh, my battery at 14%. Child, you better not go out before I'm done doing what I got to do. Still at her radiation treatment. Okay, he says she's still at radiation. He says, I'm surprised you didn't tag along. Okay, she wanted to do this by herself. Get to the part where we need supposed to know. He says, how you doing? He said, how's the new role? Okay, he says, how's the new role at Cecilia Dean's advertisement firm? Oh, I didn't know you was working at an advertisement firm, Vernon. I thought you was over down to the university. He's working at Cecilia Dean's advertisement firm. Advertisement firm. That's closer, that's close proximity. University is big. You may or may not see people in a month or two, or 3 or 4 or 5, depending. But you working at a firm. Oh, see, I'm glad I went back to see. Okay, let's keep going. He said, it's amazing. I'm working with a young lady who's running for a seat on the Louisville Metro Council. That may not be all she running for, Vernon. He said debate prep. He said nerves are getting to her. Okay, so they're teaching her about the debating part. I get it now. He said nerves are getting to her, and I instructed her to rely on her personal antidotes. You know, Vernon, are you about to have a younger woman fall for you? Because you know, after you be helping people sometimes people be falling for people. Is that what's about to happen? Because we don't want that. But let's proceed on. Same advice he gave Martin. Okay, and then that's when Anita came in and she let them continue to talk, but she had something else she had on in her mind. Okay. Now a little later, Anita comes. Wait, I just said that. Okay, so now we're over to Eva's place, right? Where Isaiah tells her that he ran into Deanna down to Orphagines. She says that she's working a summer job. He says that she's working a summer job with her mom and blah, 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 blah. So Eva comes out dressed for their date, and Isaiah tells her that she looks absolutely beautiful in that dress. And he's just going on and on. And she was like, you know what? Oh my God. You just do too much, Isaiah. Okay, so they're looking forward to going out having a good time. Meanwhile, Vanessa has met up with the girls, Nicole and Danny, over at the country club. She looked cute in this pink and white outfit she had on today. It was very Barbie. Very Barbie. And Nicole says that she thinks that she should probably call Ted and give him a heads up about, Leslie clowning with her yesterday. And Vanessa was like, girl, let Ted deal with his own stuff. There ain't none of your problem. Them not your circus, not your monkeys, girl. Don't worry about it. No. She was like, anyway, looks like you got some other stuff to handle. And she turns around and see Dr. Rollins coming in and him and Andre coming in together. So she jokes, she said, all we need now is Joey. And no, I said this. All they need now is Joey and they will have a party of 6. Okay. You should have let Joey had come to this too. I mean, y'all men up in there. And they may or may not be no good. I mean. Now Leslie took herself, she stomped down the road straight over there to Ted's office. I cannot believe that you're in love with Shanice. You're in love with Shanice? I was like, oh, this about to be good. Because she pushed her way right up in that office. She ain't even knocking nothing. Because she had something that she wanted to say, and Leslie was not happy. She sat down with Ted. What she told Ted, she said, you're abandoning me all over again with this Shanice stuff. I thought you were going to come to your senses and come back to me. The woman who brings out your passions, Ted. Nurse Shanice is never going to bring out your passions the way that I do. She could never be me. I was like, girl, just because he did something a little, strange with you, girl, don't mean that, that's what he want all the time, girl. You can't never rely on that stuff. I don't know who told you could rely on tricks and stuff, I mean, silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Tricks are for kids, girl. Silly rabbit, girl. You supposed to be on your Jessica Rabbit. You on your silly rabbit, girl. You a silly rabbit right now, girl. That ain't mean nothing because you let Ted do this, that, and the other. That's why you be letting people do all that. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna get out of business. So Ted tells her, I could sit here all day and tell you that you're crazy. And she was like, crazy? You think I'm crazy? Ted says, you know what? Sit down, because we need to talk. I was like, see, now y'all talking, because y'all need to sit on down. Sit yourself down, girl, and talk to me. Do. Tell me what's on your mind. Hey, we need to know. Y'all need to straighten it out. Okay. All right. Now, Kyle is telling them about his son, and I think Vanessa offered to hire her son. He's like, well, he went and applied for another job doing something else, and Kyle says he really doesn't have that kind of skill set that she be looking for. And she's like, well, my daughter, because she's so happy Deanna over there. Well, my daughter Deanna's gonna be working with me, child. She could be with me all summer long. I'm so excited. Girl, you don't know. Your daughter is over there doing recognizance work, girl. Your daughter over there spying. She ain't interested in nothing you doing over there. She ain't interested in buying or selling or no contracts closing. She could care less. Now, speaking of Miss Deanna, she has arrived uptown, okay? And when she walks in, her and her boyfriend, is this her boyfriend or he gonna be liking Cat? Because I couldn't tell today. I couldn't tell who gonna be liking who today. I could not. But anyway, they walk in and see him. She was like, oh. He's like, oh, you know them? She's like, yeah, I do. I do know them. Mm. He's like, how you know them? Them your friends? She was like, not exactly friends, but we did grow up together because they're a little bit older than me and my twin. He's like, you got a twin? And she was like, yeah. He was like, boy, it just gets more and more interesting. Interesting, he says. Now, sidebar. Was it just me, or did Noah look over at that table like he was interested in somebody over there? Because I thought he was looking like, who is that? And I got a feeling that who you was liking was that girl in that RB hat and that Riccabini hat. I don't know what, I forget what the Russian Buske, whatever it is. The girl over there in that very expensive hat, sir. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm waiting to see. Because I think they about to be fighting over this man. And do. Now, Andre has gone over there to see Smitty, and he tells Smitty that his father wants him to let that Derek thing go. And he was like, and Smitty was like, is you going to do that? Because Smitty trying to get his byline together. He was like, no, I'm not. I ain't doing nothing until I get justice for Derek. Everybody fists in there, justice for Derek. He says he's not going to stop until he gets that. So back at Anita and Vernon's house, she lets them know that she's decided that she wants to have a party. That's what I want to do, Vernon. I want to have a party. She tells him to call everybody because she feels like getting her family together and having a good time. Ain't nothing like getting together with your family having a good time, though. So looks like Uptown is going to be popping tonight because remember, Eva and Iz are already headed over there. The girls are already over there. Deanna and them is already over there. There's a lot of people already over there. They already over there. Anyway, Eva and Isaiah are getting ready to head out. Let me find this picture. Somehow I'm out of sync. Give me a second. Okay. Eva and Isaiah are getting ready to head out. And Isaiah stops to grab Eva's medication and a sweater. She's like, it's summertime. I don't need no sweater. He was like, girl, you don't know it might get cold. I'm trying to get everything you need. She was like, I wish everybody had somebody love them like you do. Loves me like you do. Mm-hmm. She says she loves that. Love it. Now, Leslie done sat down with Ted and she was like, I'm sorry. This was Ted talking. Ted told Leslie that what she did at that anniversary party made him realize that she believed he cared more about his public image than he did anything else. And that just wasn't true. He tells her that he's not that man anymore. Leslie insists that they were meant to be together. And Ted tells her what they had wasn't love, it was convenience. He said that she deserves more than the man that he used to be. Leslie gets mad at him and she tells him, don't patronize me, Ted. Don't you patronize me, Ted. She got mad. She was like, let me tell you something. When things fall apart between you and Shanice, and it's going to, do not come running back to me. So I'm not going to take you back. And then she got up and she walked on up out of there. I was like, girl, go ahead. Walk on by. Don't you dare stop. Walk on by. Don't you dare stop. Girl, you better walk on by. That's what she told him. When you see me walking down the street, walk on by. She said, you're going to keep on walking. And who knows, Leslie may turn out to be right, that Ted may realize that he really did care for Leslie and was too ashamed to choose her because of how they got started. And see, Leslie would know what kind of relationship they had when they were together. And it don't sound like they was just messing around, Ted. It sounds like you was over there selling candy, caviar wishes and champagne dreams. And she bought it, sir. And now you got to pay the piper. You are Shanice. Because Shanice, you going in the door happy, girl, but this how you coming out. This how you coming out, Shanice, girl. This how you coming out. You going to be looking just like this, girl, when you come out. You going in happy. But you coming out unhappy, girl, because you shouldn't be messing with Ted. Ted ain't ready for no relationship. He just ain't. Now, Andre asked Smitty what he's learned so far. Smitty says he doesn't have much, but he doesn't believe that Lynette simply just disappeared. Oh, no. Andre gets a call from Martin telling him that Anita wants the whole family to meet up at Uptown and to bring Jacob. Now, Anita and Vernon are already at the house dancing and having themselves a good time. I love this short hair on Anita, but any hairdo she does is a good one, okay? But they in there dancing and doing the two-step, and the family begins gathering over at the Uptown. It's going to be a good time tonight. Now, Naomi talks with Ashley and admits that she's nervous about seeing her mom after telling her about this surgery. But Ashley reassures her that Nicole is probably just respecting her boundaries. No more, no less. Deanna tells Noah more about her mom's boyfriend and how awkward it was meeting him. And Chelsea and Kyle, Deanna tells Noah more about her mom. Oh, yeah, how awkward it was meeting Joey because of where she met him, which was at the dedication for her daddy, for her daddy's part in the Phoenix clinic. And I had cut up that day just a little bit. Just a little bit, in case you hear about it. It's true. I did have cut up that day. I did. Now, Chelsea and Kat walk over to speak to them. And, hold on. Chelsea and Kat join them, and everybody realizes that their parents are dating. You mean you're the person, your dad is dating my mom? Oh, God, small world. Small world. And again, don't Noah look a little grinny faced over there toward Kat? He do to me. See, Kat standing over on that side and see where his eyes was at when he was talking. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say what I got to say behind the gate with in the membership. I ain't gonna say it now. Anyway, Danny and Nicole received their family text inviting them to get on down to Uptown. They invite Vanessa to come, but she declined. She got some other stuff she got to do. So Vernon tells Anita that he's going to keep an eye on her while they're out enjoying themselves tonight. Because, girl, you know you looking good, girl. Anita did look fabulous. I want to get back to putting on stuff like this just cause. I do. I really do. I wouldn't wear this to the grocery store, but I ain't gonna lie. I'd meet up with you for some lunch and be booted up like this. I would. I ain't gonna lie to you. This me right here. This me. This me. We getting together. What we doing? We having dinner. What we doing? Okay. All right. Now, sidebar. Y'all did realize that Isaiah and Eva were headed over there to that Uptown too, because that's where they said yesterday that they was going. So I don't want nobody with the catenators thinking that she came over there because she got a back signal that Eva was over there, like Eva said later. But her and Isaiah had already decided to go back to the place where they kind of met. Mm. And then this is what I wrote ahead of time. This is in my notes. I said, will Kat have something to say about it when she sees Eva there? We'll have to wait and see. Now, the girls are waiting on their grandparents when Kat spots Eva walking in. It's already noted. Y'all be talking about somebody be making up stuff, whatever. I'm like, child, that just wouldn't be happening. She looked over there and she was like, oh my God. I cannot believe this girl is up in here. There's somebody, she's like, I'm convinced that somebody letting her know she getting a special signal or something when we having a family event. But Kat, I really think that to let somebody take up this much space in your head, you should let them go on and pay rent, girl, because she occupying too much space up here. It kind of sounds like that little orange man when he be talking about Obama. Okay. Just Marsha. Child, I just But anyway, Eva, Isaiah did ask Eva, "Do you want to leave?" And she was like, "No, I'm not going to let some petty stare stop me from enjoying herself." Now, I'm going to just point out that Eva has so far, and I'm just pointing out what's been written and what's been said so far. Kat has not been saying nasty stuff about Eva. Eva's only been saying nasty stuff about Kat. I know you all feel she's justified to say the nasty stuff, but I'm just trying to point out so far Eva's not said anything nasty. Even when she saw her, she just said, "I'm not going to let some nasty stares, some petty stares, stop me from enjoying myself." She didn't say, "I ain't about to let my bald head, petty little bougie, little stuck up sister." And that's not to say that it's not going to come. I can't think. I got to think of something for the Evas, but the catenators just flew off my tongue. But I got to think of something for the Eva because I don't want to say catenators and Evanators. Y'all think of a name for the Evanites. Get him a name. But anyway, um, she could have went in, but that's not to say that Eva won't later. Because Eva and Kat both got a quick, nasty tongue, baby. When they ready to get with it, they can get with it. All right, so she says, "No, I'm not leaving." So Jacob ends up coming in and he invites them to come. Do y'all want to come hang out with the family? Jacob, first of all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, little Jacob. You don't have no authority to be inviting your brother into no Dupree situation, especially when you know this girl is with him and the family don't like her. They don't mess with her like that. So you messing above your pay grade, sir. Your last name is not Dupree. You married one. If it ain't one of them Duprees, if it's not Martin or Nicole or Naomi or Anita or Vernon or Kat or Chelsea, Danny, you ain't got no right to be inviting nobody to come in and partake in this party, sir. Set back now, fall back. Now Leslie done come fresh off being pistified with Ted. And then Vanessa walks up and wants to say something. This is where we go to the video, to see what had happened was when she walked up there. Because baby, you walked up there, but you limped back when Leslie got through lighting into you. I don't know if it was right or wrong for to go over there because I want to see exactly what was said when you got over there and got to talking to her. Did you come in hot? We gonna see. Hold on. All right, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so Leslie walks in and says, "Bourbon, make it a double." Here come Vanessa. She said, "Rough night?" And then Leslie said, "Wipe that pitying look off your face." Leslie, you came in hot, girl. You came in hot. You came in funky, girl, with the funk, Jamaica funk, girl. You came in with the Jamaica funk. You did. Okay, let's see. She said, "Get that pitying look off your face before I throw my drink at it." Girl, is you throwing drinks? I wish you had her. That would have been interesting because then Joey would have had to come see you. You should have told it, girl. You should have told it. Vanessa, like, whoa, no need to take your frustrations out on me. Leslie says, "You darling Nikki, little ride or die." Wait, hold on. Oh, she said, "You're darling Nikki's little girl." No, you didn't call her darling Nikki. Met a girl and the name was Nikki. Is you calling her that darling Nikki? Nah, Nicole. I'm sorry. Leslie. You calling Nicole darling Nikki? Stop laughing, y'all. That's not fun. That's not fun. But girl, you reached. I know you made that up on the fly. I know you did, girl. Hold on. She says, "But that doesn't mean that you get to take pleasure in another woman's pain." Vanessa says, "Who says that's what I'm doing?" Y'all do know Vanessa and Leslie gonna be friends, right? I think they are. They seem more suited as friends than she do with them good girls over there at them Duprees. They do to me. She sits on down. Leslie says, Teddy Bear, Ted hurt both of us. Okay, girl, tell your story. Give your testimony. She said, first of all, Teddy Bear, Ted hurt both of us. Both Ted and her. I'm sorry, Nicole and her. I suffered more than Nicole. Oh, she suffered more than Nicole. She suffered more than Nicole. She suffered more than Nicole. That could be true. That could be true. So she was humiliated for one night. I was humiliated for decades. And then Vanessa says, yet when you heard he's falling in love with someone else, what did you do? You went to see him, didn't you? She said, so what was I supposed to do? She said, he's clearly not here tonight, is what Vanessa says, which means you got the same result that you've been getting for the last year and a half. Now, you know, Nessa ain't telling you no lie. Leslie, even though I wouldn't be the one bold enough to come over and tell you no mess like that, because I'm scared of you. So you wouldn't worry about hearing none of this from me. But go ahead, girl, Nessa, girl, go on, preach it. She said, maybe the thing to do is to stop. Stop throwing yourself at that man who isn't returning your affections. Leslie said, is it my turn to give advice? Girl, this wasn't no time to be. Leslie's still mad, hurt, upset. And you know when these narcs get hurt, they got to hurt you. That's the way they work. If a narc hurt, you gonna hurt too. Because narcs don't like pain. They don't like to feel nothing. But hold on. She says, because I know someone really hot that you can go. Wait a minute, hold on. What did you say? Is it my turn to give advice? Because I know someone really hot that you can go. What? What does that mean? Because I know someone really hot that you can go. Was you off script? What does that mean? Because that's exactly what she said. I don't know. I do not know. Is it my turn to give advice? Because I know someone that's really hot that you can go. Y'all help me figure it out because I don't understand. Girl, you got me messed up on that one. I don't even understand. Okay, let me get back to the screen. All right. Again, copyright disclaimer. The clip is presented under the Fair Use Act of 107 of the 1976 Copyright Act for purposes of commentary, criticism, and review. No ownership or copyright material is claimed. Period. Even my opinion is alleged. Now, Smitty gets a drink from Grayson, and it looked like he said something to him about, let me see what happened, because this was something else I didn't quite catch that happened. So let me just catch that right quick. Okay, Smitty says, how's the new gig coming along? He said, I can't complain. We both know I've had much worse. Oh, so it wasn't nothing. I ain't missed nothing. I was like, D said something to him, like, you know, I got the case about the bus wide open. But no, he didn't say nothing. Okay. And then Martin comes in and they scurry on about their business. Now, Eva chats with Deanna and Noah. And Eva realizes that they're on a date, you know, because she's like, you all know each other, you know. And then she's like, oh my God, y'all on a date. Let me get up from over here. I'm like, girl, yeah, let these people have a moment. Now, Danny congratulates Chelsea off to the side on her interview. You did such a good job. You did. She's like, oh, well, thank you. But, you know, I learned how to do what I did because of you telling me how I needed to find myself again and start all over again. When that girl had locked me up there in the cabin. And she's like, really? She's like, yeah. So thank you. I learned how to redirect things. Now, Noah stops Dr. Rollins. I'm sorry, Nicole stops Dr. Rollins from interrupting his son and Deanna. You ain't do the bestest of jobs, though. Okay? You tried, girl, but wait, I'm skipping a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know how this happened. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Danny congratulates Chelsea on her interview. Chelsea thanks Danny for inspiring her to learn how to pivot. And then I didn't want to miss this now. And then Kat warns her mama that girl Leslie may show up here because you see her daughter over there, and usually where she at, she gonna show up too. Cause you think they joined at the hip, girl, and you cannot separate these two people from each other. Which I wish you would. Cause all the smoke you have for Eva, you need to have that for her mama more so, in my opinion. Now, Nicole says if Leslie shows up, let her, cause I just read her all over again. Cause baby, I just got through marching up one side of her and stomping back down the other side. So I ain't worried about her. Let her come on. Now Noah offers to introduce Deanna to his father. And she's like, really? He's like, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry, your daddy already know who I am, because remember when I said I had cut up down there at my daddy's dedication? Your daddy was there. Your daddy know me. Everybody know who I am because I cut up, and the news was there too when I did it. So yeah, your daddy know me. I know your daddy, but thank you though. And then that's when Nicole stopped him from going over there trying to interrupt him for the moment, because he ended up going over there anyway. Now, the Duprees arrive, and everybody's happy to see them. Vanessa and Leslie continue talking. Let's go back and see what was said then. Ooh, it was so good. Give me a second. Boom, here we go. Okay. Okay, and Kyle was so excited to see Anita Williams Dupree. Okay. So let me find another picture of them. Give me a second, you guys. I think my pictures got out of sync here, so I'm just going to use this one. Okay, so Vanessa tells Leslie, I'm tougher than you think I am. Your little remarks aren't scarring me. She goes, what do you want, Blondie? Girl, did you just call this girl? Call me. Whoa, you can call me anytime. Call me. Or maybe you meant Blondie that was on the old TV show, Dagwood and Blondie. Girl. Hold on. She was like, what you got to tell me, Blondie, huh? Nothing. Girl, I'm scared. I'm glad you're not scared. She says, what do you want, Blondie? She goes, I don't want nothing. The truth is, you continually banging your head against this wall has no bearing on my life. But come on, Leslie. You're clinging to a fantasy. Leslie says, I'm so sick of people spewing that lie. Even Ted says it now. He had the nerve to tell me that what we had wasn't even love. And that is bull. He adored me, Vanessa. I remember. Vanessa says, my point is, it doesn't matter anymore. She says, also, love doesn't matter? Vanessa says, even if he chose you, married you, raised a family with you, it still wouldn't have been enough. He wouldn't have been able to sustain it. In his world, you wouldn't have lasted 6 months. Ooh, Leslie was looking at her like, what? But you know what? She ain't really lying to you, because Ted weak, child. So, Ted wouldn't have been able to stand up for you. Now, I know you would have been in there swinging and fighting and carrying on and slaying all the dragons, but you'd have got tired of that eventually, sis. You don't know you was better off without it. But here's the thing. This is why you don't lead people on. Or this is why you don't get in stuff before you ready again, Ted, because you about to do the same thing to Shanice. You done got Shanice wide open. You done got Shanice in a place where she was not comfortable. She ain't never felt the love, stuff like that before. She steered clear of it. But you assured her that this bridge of love was not shaky. And to walk on across, I got your hand. And just when that girl get to the middle of that bridge, it's going to start shaking, and it's going to make her bitter, just like Leslie. It may not make her as crazy, but it's definitely going to make her bitter. It's going to change her for sure. That you can count on without a shadow of a doubt. And that's why you don't be playing with people like that. This is why you need to be healed before you be asking somebody to come talk to you, be your woman and all that stuff. You should have got somewhere and sat down, Ted Richardson. Anyway, let's go back to what had happened. Okay, that was over. All right, so going back to my script here. Dr. Rollin asks Kyle to speak privately. He goes over and he's like, son, can I talk to you for a minute over here? Everybody was having sidebar. And then there was Danny over there going, Naomi, can I talk to you just for a minute, please? And Eva and Isaiah were busy talking to Ashley and Grayson. Somebody had sent Ashley a drink from over at the bar. A guy wanted to buy her a drink, and he came over to give it to her. And she was like, "Tell him I'm gonna keep the drink, and that I already got a man." Okay. And so they laugh about it and they go on about their business. But other people were being nice to Eva and Iz, around the circumference of the party that was going on. And let's be fair, there were other people who were there as well that had nothing to do with this party. This was a bar. And it's not like the Duprees shut it down and had a private party. They were having a party in the middle of a place that other people were at, because there were other people standing on the perimeters too, even when they got up and danced and everything. Anyway, Danny ends up telling Naomi that I may not agree with your decision that you made, but I'm going to support whatever you choose because it's your life and it's your decision. They hug it out and they're done with that. Nicole introduces Noah to Anita, and he's just like flubbing all over stuff. He's like, oh my God, he's like, I love your music. And she's like, yeah, what songs? He's like, this one, that one, the other. He was naming off all the songs. He's like, anyway, I'm going to go because I'm like mind blown, And I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. Now, Smitty and Kat were having a conversation, and Kat believes that Lynette is gone. She missing. And Smitty says that he don't think Leah is involved, though. So they start discussing things, and they're like, Wesley, the guy they called a Hammer. They was like, what happened with that? Because he disappeared around the same time that Lynette did. So Kat asked if Haley's stolen ring has ever been found. And he was like, Sidebar. Lynette has that ring. And the writers, y'all get rid of Lynette. The Gatekeeper Nation is going to have something to say about it, especially be on purpose, child. Ain't no telling what he might do. He might come down there, come talk to y'all. Knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Give me my baby out of there. Now, we do need Kat on the case. Kat, I need for you to be an investigative reporter. This would be your best combination. I mean, the purses is cute. Let your cousin handle that. I need for you to be an investigative reporter. You in this because that's a newsboy cap you got on anyway. They call those newsboy caps. You got on the right thing to go do the job, girl. Now just go do it. We need you to solve all these crimes. If you was on the case, we wouldn't be worrying. We would already have Haley solved. We would have everything solved that we need solved. So, think about it, girl. Now, Andre and Ashley talk. And he lets her know that he's so happy to see her happy. I guess that's why she looking at her man smiling and you looking at her smiling, huh, Andre? Because in a minute, you're going to be trying to reminisce on back to this too when you find out what Danny did in that elevator with Bill. Now, Vanessa and Leslie continued their conversation. Oh, there was more. Hold on. I thought we was done. Hold on. Let's get to it. Okay, hold on. There we go. Here we are. All right. Leslie said, you got some nerve. I see straight through you, Cinderella. You're trying to say I'm not good enough. Vanessa says, my point is you could be fighting for a life that you could very well, you could be fighting for a life that could have very well made you miserable. It's not all glitz and glamour behind the gates. Leslie said, girl, bye, please. You think you found the cheat code, Nessa? Girl, did you start calling her Nessa? Did we start calling her Nessa? Did we start calling her Nessa? She, I don't know. Could be. I don't know. But she said, do you think you found the cheat code, Nessa? You don't think that Joy Armstrong is going to make your life miserable sooner than later? Huh? Why should I take you seriously? She says, because everything I've ever done, right or wrong, has been for my family. Leslie says, and you think I haven't? So my daughter hasn't deserved the life that she's supposed to have? And I don't have the leg up that I've been fighting for and working hard for my entire doggone life? She said, oh, wait a minute. Vanessa broke her off and said, spare me. Even though Eva knows her father now, they have their own relationship. You simply don't fit in that equation. Oh, girl. Vanessa, you over here dropping all kinds of gems. You gonna pay for it. But oh well. Leslie said, funny. I mean, aren't you the one that threw your children's father overboard for a man that probably won't even remember your name this time next year? She said, you're a joke. Hold on, let me show you Nessa's face all while she talking. All while she was talking, this was Nessa's face. Leslie said, you're a joke. Nessa looking like that. She says, I'm the joke. She says, so thanks. But no thanks, Leslie says. I will not take your advice. Not now, not ever. She drank the rest of that whole drink, which we know is probably some Coca-Cola. And she walks off. All right, we back down to the shindig with the family lamb. Hold on. All right, so Anita gets up and she makes a toast to the family and tells them that she's going to be getting back to sending endless text messages and being all up in their business. The music starts and everybody dances. Isaiah and Eva watch from where they're standing, but they don't join in. The family forms a Soul Train line, and I have to say, Noah can dance, but in real life, Noah is a dancer. So he had rhythm and he danced. You know, he can get out. He can hold his own. The episode ends when everyone dancing and smiling and having a good time. And now y'all know we like good times and happy feelings, but that ain't what we over here for. Bring us the drama. All right, replay gang. Now I want to hear from you. Did Ted finally give Leslie the closure that she needed? Or is this story just getting started? And what do you think is really going on with Lynette? Is Kat on to something? Are we all about to be surprised? And more importantly, John, who Leslie gonna get back first? Ted, Shanice, Nicole, Nessa? I don't know. All right, y'all. Let me get down here and read some of these comments before we get ready to get out of here. Do 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 do. Okay. All right, hold on. Oh. Okay, that's from earlier. Okay, here we go. If Noah's smart, he won't get involved with Deanna or Kat. Run, Forrest, run. What you want? Anita tore a rug up too. I wanted to say that too. Anita got down. She did today. She did. I wanted to say that too. All right. Now, finally, Ted grows a pair. Ted ain't grow nothing. Ted in here talking tough to her because he got his heart occupied with something else. I think that Leslie's not off course. I think that she and Ted were in love because that was the thing that was talked about very early on, how much they cared for each other, because Ted had told that woman he was going to leave her for his wife until she said she was pregnant. Ted, you was over there selling them candy our wishes and champagne dreams. Was it champagne dreams and caviar wishes? What you never wanted was you was over there selling them both. I'm just saying. Hey, Frank G Life. And did I see Tiff F in here? I thought I saw her. I'm not sure. Ain't no party like an Anita Dupree party, because they know how to party. Cat is jealous, Frank. See, you trying to get the replay game started up again. I say catinators because I think it's cute. Y'all got to come up with a name for the Evaites. Evaites, but it can't be Evanators. Now, y'all got to pick something else. If Eva goes in on Cat, it is well deserved. Cat needs to be brought down from her high horse. That was from Coretta JV5. Be on Purpose says the writers really took the character of Cat back in that scene. It was I was happy when Cat had said she was going to do that, but here we are. This is coming from someone who likes both. You know them catinators. You can't like both. You either got to be on one team, or that's all. You can't be balanced now because they don't like you saying nothing about their cat now. Just like y'all can't talk about Bill. Now, Leslie is on Vanessa. I thought this was funny, but she was spitting knowledge though. Vanessa is kind of brutal in her convo with Leslie. She was, and she gonna pay for it. Leslie was sitting at the bar blowing boogers. Oh Lord. Leslie got the last laugh. She did. No pity for the couture clown. I'm taking great pleasure in her pain, I guess you're saying. Leslie is becoming more and more like the Coco version of Sheila Carter and Patty Williams at this rate. I don't know who that is. Professor Ogilvy set Nikki Parker straight today, and she mad. I can't wait till Joey's secret comes out and Nessa will look crazy. Well, Leslie done told you, girl. And Leslie will be right there to go, do you want me to give you some advice now, too? Nessa. The cheater hurts the spouse, the side piece, and any children. Yeah, the cheater hurts everybody. Everybody gets hurt with the cheater, but the cheater. Leslie do no suffering of any sort after, because it's selfish to be cheating anyway. You selfish to be lying to the person you cheating with. You selfish when you lying to your wife. You selfish going home making the family believe that they got a solid mama daddy situation when they didn't. Tell you didn't think about nobody but you and Wee Willie Winky. You and your Wee Willie Winky, sir. I'm just saying. Leslie did no suffering of any sort after all the trouble she caused since she came to Fairmont Crest. Leslie did do some suffering because you cannot negate the fact that Ted lied to this woman. Ted led that girl on. We cannot slide past. I'm not saying she's right for stuff she's done, but let's not just slip past it that Ted did what he did to her. What Ted did to her was horrible. It was horrible. Leslie let Big Ethel mugs from the Leslie like Big Ethel mugs from the Archie comic books where she keeps chasing Jughead who doesn't want her. No. She's trying to chase to get back what she had. Leslie's not chasing a dream. Leslie is chasing what she had. And I never thought about if Ted could be a narc, because this is what narcs do too. Narcs sell you on a dream and have you chasing that. In other words, they shift shape. They become something so great, so wonderful, so perfect, and then they snatch it away from you. And then the goal is to make you keep stretching for that, reaching for that, running for that, when they will never be that to you again. Now, Ted, that's a very narcissistic move. That's classic narcissism right there. That's a classic narcissistic move. Sounds like Vanasty was trying to hook Leslie up. With who? She can go. Oh, double hockey sticks. I know what you're saying. Mm-hmm. That was another way of saying to go to hello. Oh, she can go to he. Double hockey sticks. Oh, that's what she was saying. She couldn't say the word. Okay. You sound just like Danny. Thank you very much. I'm trying. Oh my God. Okay. Anyone else think Allison had more chemistry with Chelsea than Madison? We need her back on. You know what? I know you ain't trying to bring that crazy girl back around here. We don't want to see that crazy girl around here no more. I'm not dealing with the catenators. Oh, no. I'm just talking about that they riding for their girl because they are catenators. I'm calling them catenators, because I'm a Billite. Okay, I'm a Billiker, whatever you want to call it. Today's episode was good. Was Allison the crazy online woman? Yes, she was. Allison wasn't online. She was part of Chelsea's. Yeah, right. But I think she did meet them through some kind of app, though. www.nasty.com. What about you? www. We want to do something nasty. What you want to do? Girl, no. Mm-mm. It's okay, but Allison followed Chelsea online. That's how they met. She was stalking her online. She was. Ted and Nicole should have sat down instead of moving on so quickly. Yeah, they should have talked a little bit. Yeah, they should have. They should have done that, but they didn't. And now yet another person is going to suffer Ted not being able to feel his emotions and going and falling in love. I'm sorry, but sidebar, that's what you men do. Y'all don't like to feel no pain. Y'all go find somebody, be selling them on all these wishes and dreams and hopes and all this stuff because you don't want to feel the pain of loss. Y'all don't like loss. Y'all don't like pain. Y'all don't like that. Women, we eat ice cream and talk to our friends. And we eat some cookies and talk to our friends. That's what we do. Coretta, you're right, but Nicole was angry, stubborn, and proud. She was worried about what other people thought. You can't worry about what people thought when you talk about your marriage. Y'all gonna gossip anyway, so you can gossip about what I do and what I don't do. Ain't none of your business. Randy and Haley know where Lynette at. I wish I would be worried about some people. Kat, I'm about to show up and remove that RB from your hat. Don't take away my hope on a Wednesday. Don't be picking on her RB hats. Y'all know I got a couple of them hats. Mine is the knockoff though. I got mine from Shein. But they look just like that. Okay, BB says, "Hey, gatekeepers, hey, BB." Let's see. Scarlet Speaker says, "Good evening, BB." Love Your Angel says, "Is that what it is?" No, Your Love Angel. Hold on, is it love or girl? I keep forgetting every day. I think it's love. Your Love Angel. Okay, I got it. Okay, Your Love Angel says, "I don't need Kat investigating anything. She has no respect for due process, and that was evident when she and Smitty had a conversation about it. Look, we don't care how it gets solved. We don't care if she climbed through windows and steal stuff. We don't care how it come out. We just needed to come out. We ain't lying about it. We don't care." Okay. I agree with everything Vanessa said because we don't matter. It don't matter us if somebody go to jail or not. All we care is everybody know who did it and why you did it and when you did it. That's all we care about. Okay. Leslie is not lying. She's not lying. Leslie using Eva to justify her actions about having a life she deserves. I see right through that baloney. This time next year, Vanessa and Joy won't be together. You're far away from you, my love. Y'all ain't gonna be together. Leslie is so full of it, I can smell it in New Mexico. Leslie's not lying about what that man did, though. I never buy that from Leslie because she could have told Ted about Eva at any time. I don't know. Especially if she learns that they unalive Doug. I'm looking for Vanessa to make an excuse and be with Joey anyway because she gonna be that deep in love. Let me tell you something. If I'm so in love with you that I want to get involved with your business that I know could send me to jail, why I'm gonna leave you because you off the husband I ain't really want no more? Vanessa thinks she a gangster now. She thinks she a gangsterette. Love that last scene in today's episode. The Soul Train that was lit. It was. If Lynette's alive, I won't be surprised at all. I think they got a behind the scenes reel of that. I've saved it. I want to go look at later. Heck, she could have told him about Eva when she blackmailed him for that $50K instead of telling Eva he paid them off to go away. If I was doing what she was doing, I would have took the money first too. Why not? I'd have took the money first too before I told you. I wouldn't have been like, wait for you give me 50,000. Oh no, give me the 50,000, and then I just wait until because Leslie had a particular way she wanted to roll this out, so it was gonna go the way she had came to town to plan for it to go, and that was in the public eye. Love the reference of our history with that Soul Train line. Yeah, somebody should have fell out at the end of the somebody should have fell out at the end of the celebration. If Lynette returns, no, when Lynette returns, it will be surprise to Scaly. Yeah, she gonna be about ready to fall out. And she gonna be looking good when she come up, and they're gonna be looking like $1 million because she gonna be done sold that ring and living off the proceeds. Randy knows where Lynette is at Randy house. At Randy house. Leslie is delusional to believe that Ted was in love with her. No, she not. I don't know why do you all think that it's so far fetched that Ted was in love with this girl? He said it himself. He convinced her of that himself. What part is you not getting? Leslie was not as crazy like she is now. Leslie was beautiful. She was listening to him. She was supportive of Ted. Ted was getting all of the things that he needed from Leslie. And then he turned around and dumped her and said, I don't want that baby that we just made. Here's a couple dollars. Please go away. I'm just saying. She was in lust with him. No, he may have been in lust with her. But Ted admitted that he loved Leslie. Where was you at, Scholar Speak? Ted just said this last week or the week before that he admits that he was in love with Leslie. He said he had only been in love with 2 women. That's his wife and Dana. I don't hate Kat because I'm Team Eva. Right. I thought Kat was maturing. Instead, Kat went backwards. I think there's still a chance that she is going to go forward. But never count on it to be a straight line. It's not going to be that. It's going to be 2 steps forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back. But she'll eventually get where she needs to be or wants to be, whatever the case may be. All right, Patty Williams is Paul Williams. Okay, I don't watch that, so I'll let y'all catch that. This is all who tuned. Oh, that's to all who tuned in tonight. Linda says, I'll be devil's advocate for Kat even today, even though she got on my nerves. Fragile Life says, yeah, Ted lied to Leslie and Nicole in the beginning. I could see her being jealous because that pedestal of her being a miracle baby wasn't real after learning she had a half sister 2 weeks younger than her. Yeah, there's plenty for Kat to be jealous of. Let's not act like there's nothing for her to be jealous of because you in my space, girl. My dad didn't have but 1 daughter. So no, I mean, maybe in your world she wouldn't be jealous of that, but I think people would be jealous of that, envious of that. I think they would. And they ain't gonna like that. Nicole rushed the divorce. Ted never wanted it, which is why he still keeps the hotel room. I believe that. If you are a Billite, I'm a Lynette wise man. Oh, I get that. You a wise man. Okay, I don't want to be with a woman. I tell them and move on instead of cheating. If I don't want to be with a woman, I tell them and move on instead of cheating. That's the thing to do. So listen, sit yourself down, girl, and talk to me. And let me tell you something. The time we had was good, but it's not working out for me. But I do wish you well on your search. But this me and you, this is not working. It's not gelling. Things have to work for both of us. I mean, what we gonna do? Keep trying to fix something that's not working? And before we get in any deeper and any of that, let's just part as friends. Below Didi says, hey, gatekeepers. The Bella Evas and Catinators are going to be arguing on Friday night. What's the Bella Evas? Bella Evas? Am I saying it wrong? Believers. Believers. I got you like Eva believe. Believers. Okay. The Believers. Love that name. All right. So it's the Catinators and the Believers. Hold on. Let me see if I can write that down over here with our girl Angel. It's the man, that's pen not right. Where's the one that is right here? Just slide up under my computer. Hold on. That's it. All right. So the Believers. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can remember to reference that. All right. No, Ted and Leslie were really in love. They were. And Leslie snapped. Yeah, because of how you can't be selling somebody on, I'm about to leave. You the woman of my dreams. You the one I really want. That woman, she don't understand me. She don't like me. She don't love me. She don't want me. You do. You the one. Nobody loves me like you do. That's what he told her. He broke her heart. He admitted it to Andre. Ted did say he loved us. He did. He just said that. And he had said it before to her. Back when it was the other Ted. Sean B said, Miss Jen, love you, but you are giving Leslie way too much grace and making Ted the scapegoat of her horrible behavior. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let's say this differently. Forget about Ted. Let's say that a married man meets a beautiful woman and starts coming in. But see, because this is how it starts. He was coming to her job. So let's say a married man who's going through some things at home meets a beautiful woman at a restaurant, and he starts going in there, sitting at her table and talking to her and flirting with her. I'm going to tell you, first of all, men like that don't start off telling you that they married. I done told y'all my family full of players. They not going to start off by telling you that they married. They're going to get you hooked first. And then it's going to be, man, I hate so much that I'm starting to feel for you because I got a wife. And I'd understand if you don't want to talk to me no more. And by then, they already know it's too late. No, Ted played a game with this lady. Ted sat over there and made cakes with that woman, did all sorts of things with that woman. She explored things with that man because that man told her he loved her, he wanted to be with her. Ted told her that. A man tells somebody, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna be with you. And if that woman is buying that stuff, hook, line, and sinker, and maybe Ted really thought that's what he was gonna do. And when the time came, he couldn't do it. We are not making Ted no scapegoat. I'm making Ted responsible for what Ted did. That's just the reality of what happened. He's not responsible for her behavior, but he is responsible for what he did. He's responsible for the lies he told. He's responsible for his actions and inaction. He's responsible for lying. He's responsible for cheating. He did the same. Leslie's not wrong in saying that he did the same thing to her that he did to. Child, I tell you. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, so what I'm saying is that Ted, yeah, I know I muted myself because my phone rang. My mother was calling me. Okay, so anyway, Ted is 100% responsible for the lies he told, the people he hurt, and he didn't just hurt his wife. Ted hurt 2 women. Ted hurt 2 families. Ted hurt 2 daughters. That's what Ted did. Now that don't mean that he's the reason why Leslie showed up. Well, he is kind of responsible for Leslie breaking. That's on him. Some of that's on him too. But he's not responsible for the things that Leslie is going through town doing right now. All of that, no. I'm going to tell y'all something else. What does it matter how she wanted to tell him that he had cheated? Did she owe him something? Did she owe him to roll it out correctly? Ted made vows to Nicole. Ted had a family to protect. He didn't do that. Let's get real on the real life side. Ted had a family to protect. Ted chose to throw his family under the bus. Ted chose to open up his family to a Leslie. Ted chose to open up his family to scandal. Ted chose that. Ted is nobody's scapegoat. Ted is nobody's scapegoat. And watch this. He about to do the same thing to Shanice. And Shanice ain't involved in no kind of scandal at all. But this is just how some men move. And the crazy thing is, I don't think Ted is a bad man. I think Ted is just a coward. I think Ted is just the kind of dude that, he like good feelings and good times. And when things get rough, then let me bag out, let me pedal backwards. This man blackmailed somebody to hide a baby, to get rid of a baby, and to hide herself. So no, Just because y'all got to learn how to disconnect things and talk about those particular things. I'm talking about what Ted did to her is real. Don't come back with what the Leslie did. Let's talk about just what Ted did. That's why y'all get confused in conversations about Cat and Eva, because I'm talking about what Cat did. I'm not talking about what Cat did versus what somebody else did. I'm just simply talking about what she just said. I'm talking about what Leslie just did. I don't need to connect nobody else up in this thing. I'm just focused. And Ted is in the wrong here. Now, yeah, he stood up today and he did something today. What did he do today? But brush her off and tell her they wasn't in love. Hold on. Ain't that what Ted said today? I'm just not realizing that. Okay. Ted just admitted to someone that he was in love with Dana. But Ted lied to Dana today and said what? It wasn't love. It was convenience. Child, let me give myself a round of applause. Because I done preached a sermon up in here. Pass the plate. Pass the plate. Somebody call the police. Somebody call her I was right police, okay? She cooking. Stand back, let her cook. All right, let me get back to y'all comments. You're right, Miss Jen, I would say that. But I also feel that was the point that the dream of Cat, she was only learned to move on for 5 minutes. Well, how long she gotta move on? I mean, this is her pace of time of getting through things. This girl done showed up out of nowhere. Ted tried to pay Leslie off to leave town when he was married to Nicole in the beginning of this show. He didn't try it, he did. He did. I'm saying she is responsible for her actions currently, how she came to town. But it's still a residual of what Ted did. And look at what Ted did today, digging further into her pain. Couldn't even tell the truth and say, you know what? I did love you. You know what? I loved you and I realized I was wrong and I shouldn't have loved you. You could have at least just been man enough to admit that part. Because saying I did love you don't mean I'm still in love with you. You could have said, I did love you once upon a time, Dana, but I don't now. But you going to play games with her. Y'all talk about that gaslighting. You going to gaslight this lady and tell her, I didn't love you. That was convenience. You didn't mean nothing to me. That's what you're telling her. You didn't mean nothing to me. You was just a trick, plaything. You was just a piece of bouteille. Mm-mm. And now y'all gonna say that that's her fault too when she revved this thing up for him playing with her again. And you already know she emotionally unstable. You don't play with emotionally unstable people. I know Lord knows I would not. This ain't the one to be selling them pipe dreams to. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you hurt Shanice, you're gonna really have something on your hand. Because dignified people fight back a whole lot differently, sir. That gonna hit you a whole lot differently. Because Shanice ain't gonna take this laying down either. Shanice may be on snapped. Shanice may snap. Everybody can't handle that. Shanice told you that love was not her bag. Shanice done explained to you, I need a minute, I need a beat. And you over there, no, I love you, I love you. Girl, don't you know I love you. You over there just lying down. You lying down, Ted. Anyway, Ted knew she was in town and said nothing to Nicole. That part too. I had to meet you here today. 'Cause there is something I've got to say. That's true. You could have said that. You'd been better to quote that song up, Ted. Okay, hold on. Okay, you said I muted myself. I know I did because my phone rang. Ted screwed himself. That's why him and Nicole are not together. Ted started with the whole debacle. This was on Ted. Ted was, hey, how you doing? Good looking. Baby, Ted is the one brought his son down there while he was pitching woo. You know what? Because you know how women think, Sean B. You know how women think, girl. Girl, he be bringing his son with him, so it must be true because why would he bring his son down there? You know you done sat through them conversations with some girlfriends. Girl, he brought his son. So see, he must be trying to see how we fit and if he like me. Okay, Ted, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. If he does that to Shanice, her and Monica will annihilate him. Aunt Monica will tear him up. Aunt Monica will tear him up. I remember the beginning of this show that what Ted did to Leslie and Nicole. Miss Jen, you're absolutely correct. I know I'm right on what I'm saying. Be on purpose. Y'all better tell somebody. Ted was cowardly right up until the end today. No, he did not tell Leslie the truth about how he felt about how he used her. He dismissed it, and that gutted her. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, Ted still went out weak today. He did. I can see Ted loving Leslie 3 different ways. I almost want Leslie to go after him in every turn. Now, that's who she need to be monking up his life. Stop going around here clowning with other people. You need to focus on Ted. Me? Can you focus on me? Focus on Ted, baby. Ted is the problem. Nicole ain't did nothing to you. Nicole didn't even know you existed. Kat ain't did nothing to you. Kat didn't even know you existed. Focus on Ted. Leave Shanice out of it. Focus on Ted. Jack Ted up if you're going to be jacking up somebody. Then Micah said we understood. One, he don't love her and just told her then. Okay, one, he don't love her and just told her then. 2, he did and is gaslighting like y'all are saying. 3, the writers forgot. Hold on. The writers forgot and are just messing things up. I don't think they forgot. Shanice will, but that's a good choice. So what do y'all think? Lightning Storm says his 3 options. Either he didn't love her and just told her that at that time. No, that's not true because Ted just admitted that he only loved 2 women, and that was his wife and Dana. So nope, that was not true. He did and is gaslighting her. He is gaslighting her. Shanice will tear Garland Memorial. Baby, Shanice gonna act a clown up in that thing. She gonna go up in that office and she gonna tear that office up. Or she gonna go over to that hotel room and tear it up. Something gonna happen though. She gonna slap the taste out your mouth. Anybody know about Leslie until Ted? Wait, anybody know about Leslie until Ted lies came out? Yes, Bill did. Bill knew about it because Bill threatened Leslie that if she didn't get rid of that baby and if she showed up again, that her life would indeed be taken. And people keep asking why she didn't say anything for so long. Now Ted didn't have anything to do with that. Ted didn't know that she had been told that. But Bill told her that. When Bill paid her, Bill told her, go away, don't come back, or your life will be in jeopardy. You and that baby. So see, remember, Bill knew that Eva existed. If I'm not wrong about that. Because remember, Ted said, you knew I had a daughter and you didn't say anything. Y'all remember they had that conversation? So Bill knew that there was a child, and Bill knew that Ted had an affair, because Bill is the one wrote up the NDAs to keep your mouth closed. The shh, it ain't really happened, girl. The if you talk, we're gonna jack up your life. Bill wrote that up. Big Bill, my Bill wrote that up. He did. Bill, you a low down. You a low down, Bill. You is. But Sean B, I appreciate your perspective, but that just gave me an opportunity to expand on talking about that Ted is definitely responsible here for Ted's own actions. Ted did this, and Ted need to sit with what Ted did. Ted needs to suffer for what he did. You don't get away with stuff. Life is a boomerang. You throw that thing out, that thing coming back one way or the other. You blow stank into a fan, it come back at you, right? Bill threatened to snatch the kid and sell it on the black market. Yeah, Bill went in all the way. Bill is a lowdown. Don't y'all do too much on Bill now. Now maybe right in this moment, I will let y'all talk about Bill just a little bit. Because Bill was a doggone in this situation. He was. And if I'm, like I said then, I feel like Ted was jealous that Bill was jealous of Ted in that conversation that they sat down and said, because he was like, I used to couldn't stand you. And I think that's because Ted was looked upon as this perfect Ted, because he and Nicole's life was so perfect. But Bill knew undercover that he was just as low down as he was. Because we don't know nothing about no babies. Bill done paid off. We don't know nothing about that. But Bill sat and was the dog meat in the family and let Ted shine. And Ted wasn't no better than he was. And Bill was the only one that knowed it. Think about it. Bill is a dirty dog down to the white meat. If he a dirty dog down to the white meat, Ted is one down to the pink meat. I ain't say nothing about Bill because I don't want no problem. Be on purpose. You done super stickered me so in the past week. You the only one can say something about Bill today. Okay, I'm gonna give you a pass today. Plus, excuse me. We know you still in mourning for Lynette. So if you say a little something, I'll let you get by with it till she come back. Until we find her. Oh, now I hope you don't mind she over there at Randy's house, and you know they probably doing stuff they ain't got no business over there. Stuff that if Sister Mona knew he was over there doing, she wouldn't even let him hold her Bible or her prayer book. Never again. Never again. Wait. Did Andre know about Ted cheating too? Andre was the first person that knew about Ted cheating. Yes. He admitted it to Andre in his office. And Andre told him to shut his mouth. I believe he did. He's like, that was so long ago. What we talking about that for, Unc? Mm-hmm. Ted knew that. Let me tell you something. While we talking about that, Ted knew that this woman was in town and that she was crazy, and you didn't even warn your wife. You didn't protect your family from that woman. You did nothing. So I'm just saying, the fact that Leslie popped up at that party, see, we could have avoided all of that if you had told your wife what was up, because I would have said, oh no, that crazy wench might walk up in there and pop up at that party. I have no party. We have no party. We're going to go away to the Cayman Islands like we said. Cat can't do no wrong. Miss Law says. Miss L Law says. Wait. M Slaw? I don't know. Wait. Miss L Taw. I can't never get these things together. Y'all be writing this stuff. I can't get it. Okay, but I see you though. They said, because I don't know if this is man or woman, says Cat can't do no wrong. I believe Lynette will return. She is. I knew it was a third person. Baby, secrets ain't never secret. The only way you gonna keep a secret is to keep it to yourself. And as my auntie told me years and years ago, if you got yourself a juicy secret, why you gonna get mad when you told it to me and I told somebody you couldn't even keep your own secret? Now you mad I couldn't either? Think about what I'm saying now, because I live by that one. I ain't telling you nothing that I don't possibly see being repeated. Because if I don't tell you, if I can't keep my own secret, why am I feeling that you should be able to keep my secret? I can't keep the secret. How you gonna keep it? That's what you need to be saying to yourself when you're telling people stuff. I don't care who it is. Is this something I want to get back? The only way you gonna keep a secret, baby, is to keep it to yourself. Don't write it down, don't nothing. Because if you do any of that, baby, it's open season on that thing. But no, don't get mad if somebody couldn't keep a secret you couldn't keep. I'm telling you the secret, I couldn't keep it. But now I'm mad you telling it. I'm over here. Don't tell nobody what I said about this. I live by that. If I tell you something and you go repeat it, I say to myself, you know what? Now see, that's a lesson learned right there. I should have kept my mouth closed. And because I opened my mouth is the reason why it's out there. Why get mad at the person that told it? You told it. Told on yourself. Gossiping on yourself. All right, y'all. This was a good one today. I think Friday gonna be lit. Because I'm coming back. I might come back to this live to listen to it again and make sure we got all these good argument points to talk about, baby. Because I know y'all ain't in here taking up for no Ted. We got to argue about who fought here, Leslie or Ted on Friday night, baby. Friday night, we got to argue. You tell people things because it's on your heart so deep you can't keep it. It's too good to keep. It's too juicy to keep. That's why you be in there telling on yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't tell on yourself. You be quiet. So don't be getting mad. Just smile at yourself and say, no, who told that secret? Them or you? They couldn't keep it. You couldn't keep it. Y'all even. It's as simple as that. All right, let me find my closing arguments and get out of here again. Thank you, Sean B, for posting that, though, because you actually opened up a very good discussion for Friday night. Thank you for that. All right. Let's turn Friday and argue about something. Yeah, I think we need to argue about what we just got through talking about. Who's at fault, Kat or, I'm sorry, Leslie or Ted? Because I hadn't really thought about how deep that rabbit hole went with Ted. And we going to go down the rabbit hole. I know Va going to come over here, baby, and make y'all mad. Y'all blood pressure, but y'all better make sure you took your pill Friday night. Because Va going to be in here arguing Friday night. But knowing Va, he going to be on Ted's side just to keep y'all mad. I'm telling you now. Linda Bias says, I'm going to make sure we have plenty of liquor for Friday. Lightning Storm said, I want to argue about something other than Cat. Really ain't nothing to argue about with Cat and Eva. I mean, ain't much to happen. I mean, Cat said a couple funky things and she said something to Isaiah, she shouldn't have said. But other than that, I mean, she just being Cat being Cat. Fighting with her cousin and stuff. Why you over there doing that? I don't really care about that. We got other things going on. We got to talk about that conversation that Vanessa done had over there with Leslie. Because Leslie ate her. We got to talk about Leslie going over there talking to Nicole. No, Sean B, I was saying thank you for making that, for putting what you did in the chat, because you actually gave us a good thing to debate about on Friday. That's a really good discussion to have about Ted and Leslie, who's responsible and all of that. So very, very good. It's a fresh argument. That's like Jasmine is saying, it's a fresh argument. And so, wait, let me give you a round of applause, Sean B, for that, baby, because we appreciate that. We appreciate you bringing a fresh argument to the table for us to debate about something other than Cat and Eva. Thank you, girl. All right. So someone just said, let's go team believers or team catenators. Are you a believer or a catenator? And the catenators may want them a different name. It ain't right for me to pick their name. Y'all picked your name. So if the catenators want to come up with another name for themselves, y'all come up with another name for yourselves. I'm saying the catenators because that's just what popped up in my head. But and over here, the people who really ride for Eva want to be the believers. They want to be a believer. Okay. What Coretta said. All right. All right, you guys. Well, thanks to everyone who hold on. All right. If you enjoyed today's recap, don't forget to hit that like button for me. Let me do that now before we leave. Let me go over and hit it on both of my devices so that I am compliant and that I am supporting my own channel just the same as I also subscribe to my own channel. I mean, I'm a member on my own channel from my other page. I don't ask you all to do anything that I don't do. So I pay myself $4.99 a month, which they take part of. You see what I'm saying? The irony of that. I got a subscription to my own page so that I'm supporting myself in the way I'm asking other people to support me. Okay, let me also hit the like button on this device. Okay, so I've hit it twice and we're now at 54 likes. Thank you all so much for those likes. Oh my God. Oh wait, that's 54 people watching. Hold on. 41 likes. I was about to say we got 54 likes and 54 people watching. Oh my goodness. But I'm happy with the 41 likes and the 54 people watching. Thank you all very, very much for that. Let's see. Sean B says she wants to be called the cat lovers. Somebody else said call them the meow haters. You know what? They don't want to be called no haters. Even though that was clever, but they don't want to be called no haters. They want to support their girl. So Sean B said that they'll be the cat lovers. I'm gonna let the other people vote though. Cat lovers or cat tornators. The catenators or the cat lovers, whichever one they want. We're gonna vote on Friday. I'm hoping I can get started earlier Friday. I think it's supposed to rain here Friday, but I don't think it's supposed to be a bad storm. So we'll just have to wait to see. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's recap, Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and also share the stream with others. You can also become a member over here. We're going to soon be doing a deep dive into the old TED versus the new TED. And now that we done hit this thing, baby, we're going to have to go deep down the rabbit hole in the membership and talk about the character of Ted alone. We want to tat Ted up behind this gate. We are. But the two Teds we're going to have to go back behind the gate and debate about, because there are things that we're going to talk about. And I think I'll put the menu up of what we're going to talk about first, and then the day and time that we're going to have that before we do it, so you guys know what we're coming in here to talk about. And so that if others think that they want to, so you can see what we're going to be talking about. And if you don't have a membership, you know to go and get you one so you can be in on that discussion. There will be videos in that one. And that live is not going to stay up. Once I finish it, I'll probably take it down a little bit shortly after that, because there'll be short little clips to talk about some things in particular. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for coming over and joining me live today. Everyone who watched in the replay gang, thank you as well. Also, shout out to our very wonderful moderators.
Belinda Hill, KB Mommy, Bilo Didi, Elaine T, Cousin Linda, and the Radio Maniac. Thank you.
And the rest of the gang. You know, like I said, go and watch all the other recaps, and then make sure you come back over here for engagement, because over here we are a community of people who really enjoy talking about and debating all of the points about Beyond the Gate. So let your friends know this is more than a recap. This is a community. And if they want to become a part of it, they're more than welcome to come on over here and hit that subscribe button, which is free to do. All right, you guys, I hope everybody is enjoyed themselves today. I enjoyed you guys immensely today. This was like really fun for me today. And I do hope that everybody is having a great day. And if not, remember that there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creed don't rise. All right, bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.